Because if you don't, why does it matter? Why does your product matter? Everybody sells hair. Everybody sells dresses. Everybody sells necklaces. Everybody sells food. But it's the story behind it that counts. Hey y'all, it's Ebony. I am back. I've been away for a little bit, but I am back to stay this time. Today's video is going to be more of a Q&A where people are going to ask me wig and hair related questions, and I'm just going to answer them while I'm on live on Instagram and Facebook. But I'm going to be recording all of the answers. Y'all are going to see all of the answers being recorded through this video. I have decided to create a new YouTube channel strictly about me, my personal life, my vlogs. So if that is what you guys are interested in, I am going to recommend my new channel for you guys. It will be linked down in a description box, but I decided to just get back to the original purpose of this page. This page was created to help other business owners, other people start their businesses by giving out hair and wig related business advice and tips, or just business advice and tips in general. So yes, if you have any business related questions, leave them in the comments down below, because I'm going to start making dedicated videos to answer each and every question. But yes, I have a couple wigs to make today, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. But hello, hey, it's been forever. So good to see you. I love the unit. I love your unit. What kind of hair? This is my Malaysian kinky curly hair. So this is a custom kinky curly wig in 28 inches. How do you feel about the real bonus taken away? Okay, so yes, Facebook and Instagram, so Meta, they have decided to take away the Reels bonus. Hold on, I'm waiting to focus over here on my camera. Alright, they have taken away the Reels bonus. I don't really feel no type of way about it. I feel like it was going to happen. A lot of people were breaking the rules. A lot of people were taking advantage of the system. So for instance, if you ever sat down and read all of the rules for Reels, you can't post TikTok Reels. TikToks aren't called Reels. You can't post like TikToks with the TikTok logo on it, but yet everybody was doing that. You had a lot of creators, they would repost other people's content who are just doing like video with quotes and stuff that's not allowed. People were uploading TikTok videos, so it was a lot of things that people were doing that went against the rules. And because I believe Facebook or Meta, because Facebook and Instagram is basically ran by an algorithm, or like what do you call it? It's basically like ran by a system of technology. I don't know. It's not really real people running the app. The app just flags certain words and stuff like that, but it's not a lot of real people running the app. So they didn't have a lot of people to go in to fix all of the issues, all of the people that were taking advantage of it. So I personally believe like that's the #1 reason why they took it away. They paying out millions of dollars to content creators, and most of them were breaking the rules. So if you notice, Meta never said they were taking it away forever. They just said they were temporarily taking it away so that they can improve it. Yes, it's all computerized. That's what I was trying to say. So they didn't say they're taking away the Reels bonus forever. They just said that it's just temporarily being taken away so that they can improve their method of doing it. Sydney asks, have you used the same vendors for the entirety of your business? So I've changed. How do I put this? Yes, but no. So the vendors that I started my business with, when I started my business, I only offered Afro Kinky Curly and Kinky Curly. I still use those vendors. I still use those vendors. So the hair I'm using now, the same exact vendor I had when I first started my business. My Afro Kinky Curly vendor, the same vendor I had when I first started my business. I also was getting other hair textures from those vendors, but time has showed me that the quality just isn't there for their other hair textures. So I used to get kinky straights, loose deep wave, loose curl, body wave. I used to get other textures from those vendors, so the first two vendors I started with, but with time the quality has just went down, so I stopped getting that hair. However, the quality, for some reason, the quality of their curly hair has remained the same. But for all other hair textures, I have had to get another vendor. It's a vendor that I found. No, I feel like they probably found me, but it was a vendor here on Instagram. They were in my DMs, and I now use them for all of the other textures. So I use them for deep wave, body wave, straight, and kinky straight. So I have 3 different hair vendors that I source hair from. Is there a certain amount of posts to get paid on Instagram? No, it's completely random how they choose creators that are going to qualify for monetization. It's random. You can have a business account or a creator's account to qualify. You got to be 18 years or older to qualify. You have to be a United States resident. You I don't think there's a follower limit. I'm not recalling. And they just randomly invite you to it. I do feel like you have to actively use their platform. They tend to give those options away to people who actively use their platform. Not only are you actively posting, but actively engaging, interacting with other people. That's what I've kind of noticed. How many wigs are you doing today? Oh, see, I just answered that. It's 2 that I really need to make, but I have several that I can work on today. I really go based off my turnaround times. So my turnaround times always tell me like how many wigs I need to prioritize. And then all of the other wigs, I know I still have time to make them. So this one is, the one I'm working on now is a 16-inch deep wave. Then I have a 20-inch deep wave. Then I have some that I started that I have yet to finish. So these have been started. And this is like the hair. Uh-oh, I'm dropping stuff. Oh, that's the elastic band. That one I started. This is an 18-inch kinky curly. This is another one I started. I need to, it looks like I got 4 more rows. I just need to complete it. So good to see you. I definitely understand wanting to do yourself and have time to yourself. It's necessary. It's very necessary to have some time to yourself. I feel like, I don't want to say I feel pressured to always show up, but I feel pressured to always show up. And I feel like it's something that business owners in general might feel, because if you're not showing up, you're not actively posting, it's very easy for people to forget you exist. Do you normally give a week for a turnaround time? My turnaround time, I recently changed it. I recently changed my turnaround time. I feel like I shortened it. My turnaround time is 2.5 weeks, and that's regular time. I realize a lot of people get confused when you say business days. As a business owner, we go by business days, but our customers don't necessarily go based on business days. They go based on regular days. So I decided to just put it like in simple terms. So now my turnaround time for custom wigs are up to 2.5 weeks. Regular days, regular weeks, 2.5 weeks. And usually it's gonna ship out way faster than that. That's just enough time to give me a cushion. So if my vendor makes a mistake with the packaging or they send me out the wrong hair, we can fix that. If I make a mistake, I pluck too hard, I broke the lace, I can, you know, I can get a new lace sent out within that time frame. You always got to give yourself a cushion. What if you get sick, or your child gets sick, or anything could happen? So I always tell my customers it's going to take more time than it actually takes. Where did you get your wine curler? I've had my wine curler since college. And I dropped out of college in 2012. So it's almost, oh no, it's been more than 10. So I've had my wine curler for over 10 years. I got it from Walgreens. And it's Revlon. It's Revlon. No. It's Conair. Is it? I don't know. I think it's Conair, if I'm pronouncing that right. It's Conair. So it's just a regular wine curler. It probably costs $30 or less. I believe I got it from Walgreens, and I've had it for more than 10 years. If it ain't broke, I don't fix it. What would you do to get your first sale if you started your hair business now? Really, the more you show up, the more you can get a sale. The key way to get sales is to build connections, which I know y'all already know that. You have to build a connection up with people for you to make the sale. You have to start with a story. Your story is what's going to connect you to other people. You gotta actively show up. Always tell your story. That's going to build a connection. And then after you tell your story, you make the sale. It's really that simple. You make the sale. So consistently show up, tell your story to build a connection, give the call to action to make the sale. That's what I would do. So let's say I can give you an example. Your first sale, a hair business. All right, so you're gonna sell hair extensions. Your story. What is your story? It needs to be a real story. Don't just make up no story. We all have a real story. It could be an origin story. Why did you create your business? What made you start your business? Was it something that you personally experienced or went through? It could be that you got scammed 5 times and was out here looking crazy, and it frustrated you so much that you didn't want anyone else to experience the frustration that you felt. Therefore, you went out, you spent your last little bit of money to find vendors and to test vendors. You spent 3 years of your life finding the best vendor. You got proof of it, and now you started a company so that you could be the trustworthy person that people can go to purchase hair. So that could be your story, because a lot of people are going to relate to you, or your target audience is going to relate to you if they had the same exact experience. They kept getting scammed, you know? And that is how y'all are going to relate or connect. And then you just keep telling your story, because people are going to respect that. Be vulnerable, be authentic. And that's how you build your audience. It could be anything. It don't even have to be hair related, to be honest. Because women use hair for a lot of things. It's more than just wearing hair. Hair can make people feel confident or beautiful. So it can be a time in your life where you didn't feel as beautiful. I don't know, maybe all of your life you've been the overweight child. Your parents always made fun of you, so not your parents. But people always teased you, always had like slick comments and remarks they made towards you. So you kind of grew up like not having that self-love, and you didn't really, you know, like you grew up feeling a certain way. You didn't really feel beautiful, but along the way you found yourself, and you know that you're beautiful and you love yourself and you're worthy. So by telling that story, any other people out there who have experienced that or they went through that, they're going to connect to you. And then you just tie it in with selling beauty related products. It could be hair, it could be makeup, it could be clothing, anything that's beauty related, but then you just tie it to a product. So you're really building up that connection with the story. Storytelling is, everybody needs a story. You just got to make sure you ain't just making up a story. It got to be real. It got to be authentic. It don't matter how much you think that your story isn't impactful. Like, you might be like, oh, like, I got a story, but it ain't the saddest story, or it isn't like a sob story. It's not gonna have people crying. It's not gonna win you an Emmy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't have to be that type of story. So a lot of people feel like they don't have a story, but you do. Everybody have a story. Don't matter how big or how small, and there's always going to be thousands of people out there in the world that can relate to you. So that's my advice. When it comes to getting sales, you gotta have a story. Because if you don't, why does it matter? Why does your product matter? Everybody sells hair. Everybody sells dresses. Everybody sells necklaces. Everybody sells food. But it's the story behind it that counts. People don't care unless it's something in it for them. And one thing about being a human, humans have emotions. And at the end of the day, we all want to feel like people get us. People understand us. People can relate and connect to us. We always want to feel like we're not crazy. We want to get that validation from somewhere. And as a business owner, you use your story to give them that validation, to make them not feel alone, to allow them to feel heard, understood. So yeah, that's my advice. Hey, Evan, I haven't seen you live in a while. I miss your lives. I missed y'all. Did you sell your product on other platforms apart from Shopify when you first started? Yes, the first website I had was a Squarespace website. The first platform I used was Squarespace. I absolutely love Squarespace. It's very easy to use, and it's way more affordable than Shopify. The only issue was I converted over to Shopify because Squarespace did not allow you to connect Klarna, Sezzle, Afterpay. Like, they didn't allow you to set up those options on their site. So this was maybe like 3 years ago when I moved over to Shopify, and I absolutely love Shopify. I won't lie, but Shopify is expensive, especially when you start adding all of the apps. It's the apps on Shopify that really add up. People think business owners are robots and don't have feelings or their own lives. That's very true. I think people are still stuck in their ways of traditional business. So how business was ran back in the day, it's 100% professional. You're gonna always have somebody to speak to. You can yell at somebody to get a refund. If you get really upset and mad and demand a manager, you'll get a refund and something for free. People are just they're still stuck in their ways. They don't realize that the world has transitioned over to a new time and day in the age of business. The same way phones have upgraded. Back in the day, we used to have a house phone with a cord. It wasn't even cordless yet. It didn't even have caller ID yet. And now we have transitioned over to smartphones, you know. So the same way technology has advanced, business has advanced too, but a lot of the mindsets of customers have not advanced with the times. Nowadays, there are a lot of small businesses, a lot of entrepreneurs, solo entrepreneurs, and we're human. We're people. We have feelings. We have families. Stuff happens. And a lot of that old stuff just not gonna fly. It's not gonna fly. It's not. But the only solution for that is both parties, they need to be respectful of each other. That's all. Be respectful and understanding of each other. How often do you keep telling that story? I mean, you tell the story forever, because the story is a part of your brand. It's your brand story. Your story have to translate in everything that you do. So you might not say the entire story like a speech, but the essence of your brand is going to give off that story. It's going to be the small things. It's going to be the way you talk. It's going to be how you act, how you react. It's going to be how your packaging is made. It's going to be in the fonts that you use for your business. The story is going to show up. It's like an essence. It's a feeling. It's a feeling that your brand is gonna give off. You know, like, let's say, I don't know the brand story of Target, right? But let's say if Target had the brand story of the founder of Target was tired of going into Walmart, waiting in them long lines. They were tired of items being out of stock, lights going out. They were just tired of it being a hot ghetto mess. So they decided they're gonna start a company. It's gonna be clean. The customer service is gonna be top tier. Like, everything's gonna be better, right? We don't need the founder, the CEO, whoever is the person in charge of the branding of Target to tell us the story of why they started. We can tell just based off of their branding, how they keep their store, how when we walk into their store, it's clean. It's aesthetically pleasing to the eye, like how they use colors and how everything is organized in their store, how their customers behave. We can tell based off of the experiences that we receive. We can just tell. Like, does that make sense? I like the way you work, Ebony. Thank you. Nice. Hey, Ebony. Hey, why I don't make any sales with a nice wig that I sell? So you have to understand, in business, it's bigger than the product. You can have the best wig ever, but yeah, there's a couple things that are gonna hurt you, okay, when it comes to making a sale. So you can have the best wig ever, but if people don't know you exist, you're not gonna sell it. So let's say if you have an audience, let's say you have, I'm gonna say, based off of the reviews I have done in the past, on average, most people who would do my social media reviews, they have about 700 Facebook friends or 700 people following their page, right? That's about a good number to start off with. And they have amazing wigs. Their wigs, top tier. But that's not enough people to put your brand in front of. First, you got to make sure your brand is being put in front of a lot of people. Thousands of people every week. You need to be putting your brand in front of thousands of people every week. New people, okay? New people. Thousands of new people every week, but not just anybody. Not just your cousins and your friends and people you went to school with and coworkers, but people who actually care about the products that you're selling. So for a lot of people, it's not really about how good your work is and the amazing quality of your work. None of that is going to matter if your work isn't being put in front of the right people. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, it's always bigger than the product you sell. Like, you really have to connect with those people. And that's why I mentioned story earlier, like having a brand story, having a way to connect with people, because the connection is what matters. Giving value, creating value. I know a lot of people say, like, create value. And a lot of people are confused by what that means. So when you create value, you are doing something for someone else that is completely free, that is adding to them. It's aiding in them in some type of way. So your business could be very entertaining. So you could sell wigs, but you could sell wigs in an entertaining way, to where you always got a funny story that you can share, or it's always just something crazy and eventful that is going on in your day, and you just have this bubbly personality, just a very entertaining way of portraying your life as a wig maker to your audience. Yes, you make wigs, but you're creating value by giving them entertainment, making them laugh. They could have been having a bad day, a bad week, received horrible news, But when they log into Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, wherever you're at, and they see your content, you just make them laugh, and they just stroll down your page all day laughing for hours at a time. You have created value. You built up a connection, and you're giving them something that is free. It's priceless. So being a business owner, like, it's always bigger than what you're selling. It's also about building a connection with other people by giving them something that's priceless. It could be that you give out tips and advice. Like right now, yes, I'm a wig maker. Yes, I have wig making classes and courses. But right now, I'm connecting to y'all by giving out free advice and tips and giving y'all game for free. Like, I'm not asking y'all to buy anything. Some people, when they log off here, they might enroll into a course or something. But I am creating value by giving out free, real advice. You know, nothing sugar-coated. It's authentic. It's coming from my heart. So you have to do the same way with your business. I think for a lot of people, business owners, they get into the role of being a sales associate, right? Yes, you're in business to make money. You're in business to make sales, right? You're in business to do that. But a lot of people are so stuck into that role that they forget the other things that they need to give attention to. It's a lot of other things that you need to give your attention to. So it's bigger than just saying, hey, I got this 28-inch 5x5 custom wig with a side part and some natural baby hairs for sale, and then posting a pretty picture of that wig. Like, yeah, that's cute, but that's a sales advertisement. People don't get on social media to be advertised to. They don't get on social media to look at advertisements all day. We don't get on social media to look at commercials. We're not here for that. We're here for other reasons. So yes, you can sell to people, but give them something else. And then after you've given them something of value, after you've built up that connection with them, then you can sell. But a lot of business owners, they miss out. They just go straight for the sale. They go straight in. This is what I do. This is what I make. This is my work. Shop with me. But they're missing all of the other elements. And that's why a lot of people have difficulty making sales. Also, you have to understand, building up that connection, it takes time. It takes time. It could take a month. It could take a couple months. It just all depends. Everybody's journey, everybody's process is going to be differently. Everybody's process is going to be differently. So you also have to be patient as well. Know that business is a journey. It's a journey. You're not going to get everything right. You're not going to make sales every day. You're going to mess up some orders from your customers. You're going to mess up customer orders. You're going to have some days where you completely fuck up. Okay? Excuse my language. You're going to have some days you're going to be like, damn, that was bad. That was terrible. But it's really a journey, and it's a series of learning lessons. You learn a lot about business, and you also learn a lot about yourself. In my opinion, business is a beautiful journey. How do you gain more followers on your wig page even though you post frequently? Kind of like what I say, you gotta build up that connection with people, and it takes time. You have to understand why people follow people, right? So think about yourself. Put yourself in the shoes of a follower. Well, we all are followers. We all follow people. Think about why you follow people. Think about the reasons why you might follow content creators or business owners. I do follow business owners, and some business owners I do follow because of their products, right? So there are businesses I follow because of their products. So for example, I follow Mia Ray. Mia Ray is the owner of Glamaholic Lifestyle. She sells luxury travel bags. She's kind of venturing off into like everyday bags and purses and stuff. Yeah, I love her brand. I follow her for her products, but the reason why I really follow her is because her products sell out fast. So it's really like Scarcity, however you pronounce it. That's the reason why I follow her. I know her stuff's gonna sell out fast. If I'm not following her, if I'm not getting the updates, I'm gonna miss out on it. Are you giving out that sense of urgency with your products? That's what it is. I'm following her due to the sense of urgency. So are you creating a sense of urgency with your products to where if they miss out on it, they miss out on it, and they understand that they missing out on something good? Because it's a lot of purse companies out there. It's a lot of luggage companies out there. I don't follow them. I don't. They can have like cute stuff and everything. I don't follow them. Like if I know they always gonna have it in stock, there's no reason for me to follow them. But if there's a sense of urgency to it, I'm hitting that follow button. I don't want to miss out on it. So are you building up your business to where people feel like they're gonna miss out on something, right? So that's one reason why I follow people. Even like the city girls or something like that. I follow the city girls. I'm not following them on social media for their music, right? They sell music. They are artists. They sell music. They sell their concert tickets. I'm not following them for their product. I'm following them because they be serving looks. Okay, the girls be body. They be cute. Their outfits be cute. Their hair be cute. I'm following them for that. I'm also following them because I relate to them being a girl raised in Florida. Like I can relate better to women raised in Florida than women raised anywhere else in the world. So I'm following them for that. I'm following them on a women empowerment type of thing. I want to support them because I connect with them from coming from the same state. So I'm following them for those reasons. And it's not about the product or the services that they offer. It's kind of making sense. Let me think. Who else do I follow? I follow a lot of people. I follow a lot of wig makers. But I'm a wig maker. I follow a lot of other wig makers because I might like how they style hair. I might like something that they're doing. And as a business owner, I always gotta watch out for my competitors, see what they doing, see what I can pull from here, there, and over there too, and kind of make it my own. So I follow a lot of people in my industry just so that I can always stay on top of my SWOT analysis. Okay, SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So that's just something I do. I do follow a lot of wig makers. I follow clothing companies, but I'm really not following them because of their products. I'm following them for like style tips. I don't know if y'all can tell. Your girl is a plain Jane, okay? I wear a dress and some flip-flops, I'll call it a day. But there are some times I do want to pop out. Like I want to look nice. So there are clothing companies I will follow because I know that their models are going to be dressed nicely. So I'm really following them for how they style and put pieces together. So that is why I follow them. It's never because of the products that they sell. It's because there's something else that they are offering me. So if you want to have more followers, you just have to make sure that you're offering people something that's going to make them want to hit the follow button. I follow a lot of people because they funny. I follow a lot of people because they inspirational, whether they're business owners or regular everyday people. They funny, they inspirational, they inspire me, they motivate me, they keep me laughing. Those are the reasons why I hit the follow button. Do you advise on Instagram ad, or what is the best ad you would suggest or recommend? Yes, advertisements. I would advise that people run advertisements because advertisements is probably the easiest way that you can reach new audiences, especially on Facebook, Instagram. I mean, the way Facebook and Instagram has set up, the way they collect information on the level, I don't even see how it's legal, that the way they collect information. And now they have 10 times more information on us because they started allowing people to pay for the blue checks. And in order to get the blue check, you got to pay the $14.99 a month, but you also have to upload your ID. So now they know your full name, your date of birth, exactly where you live, which is making it easier for businesses to target specific audiences. Facebook, Meta, they smart. But they have years of stored data on everybody that use their platform, just based off of the information, based off of the posts that you double tap, that you like, that you follow, that you subscribe to. Facebook, Instagram is just like, okay, Ebony always like hair and wig pages. She always pops into the lives of wig makers. So whenever a wig company want to run an advertisement, bam, put it in front of Ebony. Like, that's how they're tracking everyone on their platforms. So yes, I do advise that everybody run ads on Facebook and Instagram. However, that is like the last part of the process. You don't want to run ads if your branding isn't up to par, if your website isn't up to par. You don't want to run ads if you're not making sales. You want to already be making sales before you start running ads, because it's your content that converts. It's your content and your copy that converts. So it's your photo or your video that's gonna make people want to purchase, or it's the words that you use, whether it's a voiceover or you're talking in the video, or it's the words that you use in your captions or the things that you say in your comments. That's what's gonna get people to want to purchase. So if people aren't already wanting to purchase because of that, then running an advertisement on your photos and videos and your copy, you're just gonna waste money. So you want to already be making money, and then once you know, okay, people actually like my content, they're actually engaging with it, I'm actually making money based off of the content I have right now, then I know my content is good, I know my website works, so I'm gonna run ads. So advertisements are usually the last, it's kind of like the last part, in the middle or towards the end of the process. Hold on, y'all, I done got distracted and started drawing on these guidelines. So crazy. Hold on, I do need to kind of focus. I should be done with drawing on these guidelines by now. Hold on, y'all know I'm such a talker. What did I add in? Something extra there.